we're doing this partially, you know, in person and also still through the social media.
So are you thinking of the sheriff's office website having a link then?
Yeah,
Does that make
we will.
right?
We will.
Okay.
We'll do something that we link to it, so as people go to ours and see what's going on, they can see the Mesa County Safety Council.
Yeah, and we did some of a PSA last year that we also boosted with Facebook and all that stuff. So I don't think that that'll be a problem. We could put something out there, some sort of video that you could click the link and it'd take you to the website and all of that good stuff. So I don't think that'd be too hard for our internet wizards.
Yeah, Rick.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to volunteer. Sorry to volunteer you guys again.
No, I was going to say, Rich, if you've got an email address, or if you get your email address over to Jim, anytime I post something on the website, I'll go ahead and forward it over to you as well to post on the Mesa County website.
Because Brian's, do you have mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
You received the notices. Right?
Yeah, and then I won't give it out right away, but I'm going to bring, for the November meeting, I'm going to try to have Megan Turletti here, our public information officer. So she'll be able to connect directly. I can't speak for her, but I know that this is the stuff I have to direct to her. I'm just saying the best way we get it out is the best way we get it out.
Yeah. That's great. We appreciate that.
That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's the PSAs and that type of thing. I think we'll at the next meeting, the November meeting, is when we'll start focusing more on that. I think we still have time. In fact, let's see. Let me just 1 second here. Yeah, Brian Wiley at the last meeting from KKCO Television, he said they would start promoting the Sage Fair after the first of the year. So nobody's going to be doing any of that type of thing, I don't think, prior to that time.
So maybe we coincide the creation of our PSA with the deadline of the videos and the quizzes being changed and all that. And we just make everything due, or we'll say a soft target of the end of December on that. And then we can really start pushing with the advertising, the PSAs, you know, definitely a lot more intensely as it gets closer, but we'll have something out there at the beginning of the year just to start pushing in the right direction, maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're thinking our high-tech team, the Wizards.
Are we going to be making new videos this year, or do we want to?
If you want a new video,
If
you want to make a new video, do. If you don't, don't. Only thing I'd ask is the people who had the quizzes that were more complicated, the better we can simplify those. I think the easier it is to get the result, where somebody goes and takes the quiz and you say, yeah, they learned it from the video, or no, they didn't. Some of that with what we had, it's just hard to do. So
What kind of feedback did you get on the quizzes?
It was pretty positive from the teachers with whom I spoke.
Anyone saying one was more difficult than the other?
I never heard anything like that. It was just I just got a general response from teachers when I was delivering prizes to classrooms, and they said, yeah, the quizzes were great. They were easy for the kids to, and for us to administer. And I didn't get any specifics like that. It was just a general statement as to, the quality overall and how useful, how user-friendly they were.
Certainly any feedback was specific, like for us, if it was something that
I think
maybe seemed too difficult, or we want to desensitize a little bit.
I can actually look through last year's quizzes. All that stuff should still be in there. And
Yeah, you got my email, send me that, and I'd love to see what you got on that so I can tell them. Because Brian is gonna be working on that with property manager.
Great, thank you.
All right.
You know, if we were looking for any specific type of feedback, we could always solicit that on the website as well.
Yeah, they doing an eval, Matt, or anything, at the end of this, giving their feedback, any of the teachers or anything?
We looked at a bit of feedback. I think it was sparse. I don't think we really solicited as much on the website. It was really, you know, when we were going to deliver, people would kind of go out of their way and email us and say, hey, I really enjoyed this, or you know, I didn't enjoy that. But we could maybe formalize that a little bit more and put, I guess, a virtual suggestion box on the website, just an idea.
Something to think about, just, you know, how we can do it better.
Well, and
One of the things I did last year after the safety fair, I sent to all of the teachers that signed in for the virtual safety fair and all the homeschool parents, I did send them an email requesting feedback. And we did get some feedback from that.
I was gonna volunteer myself here if we did want to do another like more formalized feedback or suggestions thing. It's pretty easy to set up kind of like a quiz and basically say, you know, help us make it better for you, provide us some feedback, and we don't hear anything bad, I guess hopefully that means we're doing well.
Silence is acceptance.
Yeah.
Along that line, I don't want to make it difficult, but are Matt or you and some of the other board members looking at all the displays when we have them in person, and, you know, are we all doing what you want? You know, ever since I've done this, we've been thrown into it, and they said, just bring some cars out and put people out there, and we have a couple of tables and stuff is, you know, and I walk around, you know, and I take a look at stuff. I mean, are we all doing what we should be doing? Because I think that feedback's also important too. You don't want to critique and unnecessarily criticize, but I'm just saying, are our displays the way we want them? You know, is it you know, meeting the goal, so to speak?
I didn't see anything that I didn't like during the last virtual or the last in-person safety fair. I mean, I ran the table up front for the most part, but there was times that I was given a break and, you know, I wandered around to take pictures for the website and all that good stuff and spent a little time at every booth. And I didn't really see anything that I didn't like. I guess the metric on that one is, the attention of the children, the questions you're getting and stuff like that. And everybody looked really engaged. I didn't see anybody at a particular booth that was empty or the, you know, the children weren't really engaged with it. It looked like everybody was doing, you know, quite a good job.
But no, that's good. It's just, you know, are we fulfilling what we need to do? You know? For me, it's just bringing in a bunch of cars, having a couple of tables and people staffing it, but, you know, is that, you know, do we need to change anything up? You know, is that still the flavor you want us to be putting out there?
I got a lot of comments on law enforcement while I was there, and they really liked it. You know, the officer on the motorcycle and the cars. I mean, that's a huge draw for the kids, and they do spend quite a bit of time in there. So I think what you guys are doing is phenomenal, and it also gives that early impression, like that, you know, law enforcement is our friend. You know, kind of putting that in the children's brains early, and that's very important to me. And I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, I think it was well staffed the last time we did it, and I know John Ferguson, the motor cop, people were all over him and stuff like that. And
Oh, yeah, he was busy from the minute we opened the doors to the minute we closed them. He was a busy man, and he did a great job with it.
I would have taken a penny for every head.
Yeah, the one exhibit that I wish we haven't had, I think, in the past 12 years now, is a farm and ranch safety exhibit. And Glenn Kaiser said at the last meeting that he made some contacts when we participated at the Plateau Valley Safety Fair in late April of this year, that he was going to follow up on those and see if they knew of any good resources for farm and ranch safety exhibits. So that's kind of one of the key things they have at the Plateau Valley Safety Fair that's conducted at the Plateau Valley School every year in the late spring. And some of the high school students, some of them, and I think those are 4-H students or FFA, I don't remember which, but probably FFA. But a number of the students have their own exhibits. For example, at the most recent Plateau Valley Safety Fair, one student talked about safety with welding and being around welding equipment and that type of thing, because that's just a common feature on farms and ranches. And then you had some kids that talked about safety around animals and livestock and such. But we did have a really great exhibit for about 6 years, and then Mr. Cannell, Richard Cannell, I think he retired from doing that, and so we haven't had anybody stepping up yet. I did inquire locally with some of the farm and ranch people, and I didn't get any responses from them as to any commitment to do anything like that.
Have you tried the 4-H groups?
Well, that's what Glenn is going to do when he talks with Ruth Shepherdson up there at Plateau Valley School. So yeah, but she oversees a lot of the 4-H and FFA activities up there, as well as the Plateau Valley Safety Fair.
Well, I was just wondering, have you talked to anybody here in Mesa County with 4-H?
I did, and I just got an email that bounced back that she's no longer there, and she was involved with that. She was a big part of that out of the county extension office here. So I did. 2 years ago, I got in contact with her, and she thought that'd be great, but they didn't have time to get it together. And then, of course, we didn't have one last year, and now it sounds like she may be gone, and there may be somebody else taking over that position. So, but, I'll talk with Glenn more about that and see if he wants to follow up here in the valley, not just 4-H and FFA up there in Plateau Valley.
Okay, we're getting pretty close on time here, guys, and I'm kind of squeezed for time anyway. So I'm gonna kind of move this along from the fair planning unless anybody has anything else to the.
One quick thing, Matt, on
Yes.
prizes. So I still need to send out an email now, now that we've got the dates confirmed. I want to send out an email to potential donors to donate prizes for the safety fair. So I plan on doing that as well prior to the next meeting. So, because we got kind of a late start on that last year, because the topic really wasn't discussed that much very early on, and somebody brought it up. Might have even been used anonymously with the prices, but for some reason you come to mind when I think about the initial discussion on that. But anyways, yeah, I'll send out a message to those that donated for the last safety fair, and just to the general Mesa County Safety Council email account as well, requesting donations for prizes, either items or cash, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds great, and that ties right into fundraising. There's a couple fundraising items, but I don't think it's anything we really need to bring up, except for the fact that Ashley did say in her email she wasn't going to be able to do the Lions Club application, but I still need to touch base on the Junior Service League. So those are another couple we're pursuing right now as far as donations as well.
Rotary Club Snowball Sweepstakes coming out. I think we want to participate in that. And then,
Yeah, we probably want to jump on that sooner than later. Remember when the last time we did that, we jumped in when everybody was selling tickets. So really what happened is the members of the safety council ended up buying the tickets for the Rotary Club. So we might want to jump on that one earlier than everybody else has the tickets, maybe give us a little advantage right there.
right. Incidentally, when Glenn Kaiser called me this morning, he said that he met with Jeff Franklin from the Bank of Colorado here in town, and he said there will be a minimum $500 commitment donation to the Mason County Safety Council after January 1st of 2022.
Great, great. That's great to hear.
So we've got that. We've got $1,000 from St. Mary's Hospital. Cherry Johnson announced that, and then at the last meeting, Sonata mentioned that we should count on another Colorado 811 donation.
That's true.
Thank you.
This community hospital.
SCL St. Mary's. Yeah, $1,000.
But not community hospital,
No,
or the one out in Fruita.
no.
How do we connect with them to see if they have an interest?
If somebody wants to take that up, that'd be great. Yeah, say, we'll work with whoever wants to. Somebody on the board or somebody not on the board, it doesn't matter. We'll
I'll approach community.
Okay, great.
No promises, but
Okay.
I think our former sheriff's working.
Okay. Excellent.
Maybe he's got some sway.
Hope so.
He's an impressive person.
Great. That'd be great.
And if we're still trying to wrap it up, I thought I'd just jump into the trunk or treat.
Yep, I was just about to jump in on that. Go ahead, Sonatum. Thank you very much.
I've got us registered. It got us about $100 worth of candy bought. I'm going to pick up the Mesa County Safety Council banner from Glenn to put on there. If any of the Mesa County Safety Council members want to put out papers or flyers or something like that to have available to the parents as the kids come through, I'm happy to pretty much just try and set up a display and be out there and hand out candy. Come on by if you feel like it.
Where?
That's great. Thanks for that, Sonatum.
That's where you do
And
that.
Fruita?
Over on,
Oh, what?
Just off North Avenue.
yeah, close to 30 Road. I don't know what
On
that'd
the
be.
true diamond.
Right.
Oh, okay. Do you need help stuffing that, or what's the deal? I didn't help.
I'm happy to take help.
What day? You're doing that on Halloween?
That's the 30th.
30th, okay, that's what, a Saturday. right?
Yeah.
What hours are we doing it?
The setup's going to be between 1 and 3, which I can obviously do the setup if you want to show up anywhere just a little before 3, anywhere in the middle, anywhere toward the end, any of that. Happy to have people just come through as it's convenient.
3 to what is the,
5
oh,
is the official time on that. So, yeah, if you just got a little bit or you just want to stop by and say hi or take a picture or poke fun at me or whatever, feel free to.
What are you gonna wear?
I'm probably going to go just as an 811 person. It's not very inventive, but it sure is easy.
You got my email I sent yesterday?
I'm going to say yes. I expect so.
Okay. Because I sent you the publisher file for our business cards.
Oh, okay. And then did you want me to go ahead and print those then?
Yeah, if you'd like to do that. You have the capability of doing that.
I don't currently, but I could
Okay.
drive down the road here and fix that, probably pretty easy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you have time to do that, that'd be great. So, and of course, Safety Council will reimburse you for any costs associated with that.
I'll ask my boss, let's see if we can't just pick it up.
Okay. That'd be
All right,
great.
guys, my day has become a lot more compressed because I didn't realize I had a 2 o'clock meeting, which I do. But I really appreciate all you guys. Feel free to discuss, but I'm going to jump on out of here. Thank you so much for attending today.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, we do have a few more items.
Thanks, Matt.
So on this trunk or treat, also, there's a photograph I sent you of the setup I had there.
I haven't looked at that yet. but-
Right, and so I'm just telling you right now, to look for that, a whole bunch of suggestions, especially for making sure everything is, especially that, Safety Council, sign that we have, not sign,
So they clamped it on.
banner.
Their own way.
the banner, well, yeah, but make sure you have the banner stand securely anchored, because you're outside, and if there's any wind, that thing is very lightweight, and we had wind gusts up to around 20 miles per hour, 2 years ago when I was there, and that thing wanted to sail, and I found that out right away when I was setting it up. So fortunately, I had some tie downs, and I tied one to the bumper of my vehicle and the other to the table, and even then, the wind tried to pick up the table and the banner and banner stand and take it away. So I had to stay near the table most of the time. You know, it was only me on that occasion. So, there's more information in the email. You can take a look at that, and then we don't need to take time to discuss the details on that.
No, I'll take a closer look, but I did read through the reading parts. I didn't look through any of the
Yeah.
other stuff though.
Glenn provided me with an 8-foot folding table, plastic, real nice one.
Yeah,
And
I've
that-
got a table. That's
So you got your table too? Okay.
Yeah, I've got camping tables of my own too. If we needed more than one, I can bring a second smaller one too. So
Okay.
not worried about any of that. I thought you kind of asked and I volunteered, so I thought I'd just run with it. So
Okay, we had between 300 and 400 come to that event when I was there. So there were a lot of kids. And of course, they would come and go. They'd come and get their candy, and then they'd take off, and then they'd have, but it was pretty constant, what we had. I would assume the COVID threat is minimal enough now that you may have a similar turnout for this one, but there were a lot of kids. So fortunately, Glenn and I provided candy on our own, and we provided enough so we didn't run out. But instead of handing out 2 pieces to each kid, I eventually realized, hey, I'm halfway through and I've only got this much. So we went down to 1 piece per kid because I didn't want to deny any kid from our exhibit. The other thing I did in our exhibit, of course, I'm from the, formerly the National Weather Service, and I still volunteer for them, but I did ask them safety questions, primarily weather related, and when the kids would come up, say, what do you do if there's a thunderstorm approaching? And there were some, ominous looking clouds that day, so it worked out good for the props. Nature work helped out considerably. So, but I did more than just, hand out the candy. And for the business cards, I primarily gave those to the parents and adults, from other exhibits that, were nearby. Because some of those people, I was thinking, well, maybe they want to help or participate with Mason County Safety Fair in the future as well, or get involved with Mason County Safety Council. So I tried to make some rounds when I could, but it was very difficult because it was just me there, and there was, like I say, between 300 and 400 is what I heard was the total count who came to that. So thank you for doing this. And anybody else who wants to help Sonata, that'd be really good. That'd be really helpful. That'd give you more of an opportunity to mingle with some of the, go back and forth from the exhibit so you can mingle with some of the other exhibitors and promote the Mason County Safety Council. And by the way, As I recall, I had some rocks. I don't remember if they were there on the grounds or in my vehicle, but I remember I had some rocks and I had to put them down on the handouts that I put on the table, the various handouts.
Disappearing.
Otherwise, yeah, they would sail off. But it was, yeah, it was a good experience getting everything there. Let's see what else here. We have the upcoming Mesa County Safety Council monthly meetings. So Luke provided me with the Zoom information for the upcoming meetings and through January for our monthly meetings. And I was able to get all that assembled. I've got an email already set up, just need to send it out. I was going to send it out yesterday, and I said I've already sent out to the the Mesa County Safety Council email list. You know, if you send out more than that in one day, it's going to be too much. So I said I'll hold that off until later.
Jim, I also posted them on the website.
Okay, also posted on the website. Thank you, Luke.
Yes, sir. I didn't do the Zoom links, but I put the dates and times with the physical address of where you guys are at now.
Right. Yeah, the Zoom links will only be emailed to the Safety Council email list. Yeah, I don't think we want to let the world know about our Zoom meetings necessarily. We don't want anybody to hack it or interfere with it, so that should be on it. Thanks again, Luke, for doing that. And then after the last meeting, these dates that were in the minutes here, those were actually confirmed with Sherry Brokanecki upstairs at the chamber. And then the following dates that I have on the minutes that for February, March, April, and May of next year, I also confirmed those. So we have reserved meeting room here for all of those dates. We just don't know in February if we're going to use both dates or just one. It depends on how crunched we might be. I think we're planning on February 8th as a monthly meeting date to kind of get everything put together. And if we have any issues, we've got the following February 15th to deal with that as well. I think we pretty much covered everything we needed to cover. Anybody else have anything they want to?
What's the date of our next meeting?
The date of the next meeting is November 16th. And I'll be sending that out this week, the dates, November, December, January, because those are pretty much set in stone. And it'll include the Zoom links as well. So since I didn't get here early enough, let me just quickly, in this room, Jason, right?
Yep.
Tell me your last name again? Lee Master. Okay, I could have looked that up, but okay.
Most of the time Doug gets the email forwarded to me, but it's Jason, not me,
Right.
that's Mesa County.
Right. You're on the mailing list.
Okay.
I think so.
I don't know, I've never gotten an email directly from you or the council.
Okay.
Doug's always forwarded them to me.
Jason.Bluemaster.
Yep, at MesaCounty.us. Usually Doug gets them about a day after the meeting happens and he sends it to me and he's
Oh.
like, read the minutes.
Oh, okay. Lemaster.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And then,
I'm Brian Alberg. I'm on the
Yes.
email list, I believe.
I'm sure you are. Oh, yeah.
It's my first time.
You're the guy that you contacted Matt.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering, I was trying to place you, I saw you here, and I don't know if I've ever seen that gentleman before, so.
Yeah, I came to a meeting. You guys.
But,
Anyway, we participated.
Okay.
It's been, 10 plus years ago. With Glenn Kaiser was part of it, Melody Keene.
Yeah.
And there was a few others that I knew and did business with, and they coached me into doing it.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, I'm familiar with it and everything, and the business that I'm in now too is safety related, so,
Right.
we're interested to a point, I suppose. I don't know what level or what.
Well, were you guys thinking about doing a booth? Is that?
You know, we just said, you know, how would you do fire extinguishers inside of a building like that?
Maybe we ought to talk or something, because he's one of our members.
Okay.
So, if you guys don't necessarily want to do an entire booth,
Yeah, I'm not
Let me
sure we
know.
want, I'm not sure we want to because Jeff's gonna be gone for the whole month of, well, it's gonna be like January into February, he's gonna be gone.
okay.
And when he comes back, it's gonna be too close to that date.
Because we have a booth with the equipment and everything, so we could use your help.
Yeah, I might help. I
So
might
that's what
help
I'm
in some
saying.
way with
Let's,
you
if you don't want to do a booth,
Yeah.
let's do it that way.
Just throw it out there too, it's an opportunity, if you guys wanted to have a video, I know Luke's offered that, I have.
Yeah, the video, I
Cameron
was
that can take
thinking of
video.
asking him about.
But you
the
could do like a
video.
video, a quiz, and certainly be a part of the virtual one that way, and if you like the video, you can keep it, and use it for whatever else you see
Yeah.
fit to use it for, but.
I was gonna ask him about the video too, because he could probably do, just a brief, description of fire extinguisher safety. And we can maybe do a little video on that and have it as part of the, virtual.
Yeah.
Did you get some footage other than the one that looks like they're working
Yeah.
from the construction career day?
I know. I was glad that they cut that out. I saw it on the news and I was like, I'm glad they cut that part out.
Well, it was the highlight to me, but I was like, yeah, that's probably not the one we want to share.
Don't use that one.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was good. The kids and we just, there was a lot of good feedback on that and they really loved it, so. But if we could do something in video form, it probably, I don't know if it would include using the extinguisher, but just the kind of the pass, you know.
You could, yeah.
And
Yeah.
squeeze.
yeah,
Yeah.
and if, too, just whatever, brainstorming, sorry for anybody who doesn't think it's interesting, but if you even said, here's how often you should check them,
Yes.
here's how to know you have the appropriate fire extinguisher for where that's at, this one might not be the one you want in the kitchen, and, you know, that one might not be the one you want in your shop, but
Yes.
I think if you can brainstorm it, and it's easy to get onto a video, I think that we've got resources here to help you.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down, so I'm definitely gonna ask Jeff if he wants to do something.
Yeah, yeah, we'll talk.
That's great. And I just want to mention, I've been with Mason County Safety Council since the mid-1990s when I first moved here, to Grand Junction. And I don't recall any safety messaging on fire extinguishers that's been done. And I think that's kind of important because I know elementary school students, every school has their fire extinguishers in various places within the school building. And at least when I was a kid, invariably there would be some kid that would open up the container. I don't know if you can do that now. You probably have to break the glass first, but you know, and push the button, and all of a sudden, get into trouble. And it was like, ugh. But that kid was, making an incident, safety incident, but these kids, many of them now have little fire extinguishers at home as well. I know. Like our insurance company, for our homeowners insurance, get a discount if we have certain things. So one of them happens to be a fire extinguisher, in the kitchen. And so I think that's great if, we can have something there at the in-person safety fair, whether it's a video and having just a prop next to it or whatever. I think that'd be really great.
Yeah, we'll get together. I'll help them on that. They help us a ton, so yeah, we'll get something going with that.
Okay.
Great. Well, Brian, thanks for. And we had Sherry, Derek, we had Jeff Purdy, and of course Luke and Matt. And I'm trying to remember who else. We had Sherry Johnson. Did I miss anybody as far as when you went around for find out who was on in the meeting, participating via Zoom or phone? Derek Felix, of course. Okay, well, since I have to take the minutes and have to put everybody's name down, I want to make sure I didn't want to miss anybody, so. I don't think there's anything further to discuss at this meeting. We had a real productive, board meeting back a little over 2.5 weeks ago, I guess it's been now, so a lot of those items are items to be discussed, like what Matt said, he and Glenn will be discussing with mall management later this afternoon. So, and look for the emails that I'll be sending out, and I'll be sending them out using the Mason County City Council's email account. But if you have any questions, never hesitate to send us questions to the City Council's email account. We will get back with you hopefully very quickly. And anything else? If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll take a second.
I'll let Rich take this one. You're
Good meeting.
Bye, everybody online. I'm gonna go log us off. Luke, if I do it wrong, let me know after.
You're good, Snow. Thanks, everybody. It was a pleasure.
Get out, take one
Thank you,
stop, train on 5 workers.